punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they'll be led out by their ninth-year quarterback.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now back to throw. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, Charles, you think about their impressive record, and then you look on the screen and see some of these injuries. That makes what they've done all that more impressive.
And when one of their starters or one of their key guys can't play, they miss it, but they just say, get well. We'll hold the fort until you get back, and the next person steps up into that void. This team has done a nice job all year long. No excuses, just performance.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake. Rich. He finds his man, complete. It's Leonard. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. And remember, the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Wizards are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? They're on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for their first round for the playoffs. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. Rich. Over the middle, complete. That's Leonard. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
To throw on third down. Rich.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down. Looking to throw. Rich. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great effort there. 30 yards.
And the Wizards have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
And out now come the Vikings. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. That's caught. It's Coleman. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
He gets it complete to Harris. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. They push him back 8 yards and time on second down.
Well, partners, the first quarter, too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and it needed to happen soon.
How to approach this. Third down and 16 yards to go.
They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on third down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds, where no one's going to have a chance at it.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
They almost push them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just now supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
To throw on second down. Rich over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
A Hall of Fame coach once said there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or 2. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. On first and 10, Rich. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Operating from the gun, Rich. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
We'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Back to throw, Rich.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Hunt will try going up the middle. And he's got it down to the 28.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll run with Hunt on second down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And he completes it to Hunt. So nothing doing there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And even with that broken tackle, can't get very far. Stops short of the 30. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 29-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Rich. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one's a 1st down. Operating from the gun. Rich. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked up.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for Chicago. Touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Wizards continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. So 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they're a PAT from going up 21-3.
And there's no doubt in my mind, you're liking what you're seeing so far, aren't you?
It's been unbelievable. Like a well-oiled machine, if you will.
What's really tough, though, that defense, they're leaping the shadows at this point. They don't know which way to go. They're being hit in every direction, and they have no answers thus far.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And we'll get this up just shy of the 30.
The big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, They have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 23. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the first down.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
On first down, Rich. Going right side here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Chicago! A great play there. 32 yards. And the Wizards are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown, and teams that look like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
Point after try forthcoming. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. And one thing we haven't pointed out yet, probably should, you got a dome team on the road, January, cold weather. How tough is that, or is that something that really shouldn't come into play?
Well, it shouldn't come into play, but let's face it, you've been a dome team all year, used to controlled environment. You need to get yourself outside a little bit for practice during the week, and that's what most of these teams do, because just because they play in a dome doesn't mean they don't have bad weather outside to work in. So they can do that, get their guys acclimated, and then that way, it takes it all away when you get to game day in a foreign place.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Barnett. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. In trouble, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards of punt so far as this one's away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. The Chicago offense set to get started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off play action. Rich. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. They'll get 34 yards there.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. He delivers a big play here for this offense.
Back to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
At the Vikings 18-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down. Looking to throw. Rich. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's got it. And he's brought down. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. On the ground with a tight end. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Wizards extend their lead yet again. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning.
From the 20, here's 2nd down at 5.
Looking to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Back to throw now on 1st down.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the route is on here in this first half. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Here's Coleman now to return.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt, Charles, with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort with the mistakes that happen. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll set up to throw. That one is caught by Hunt. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rich. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Taken down at the 42.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. To throw on 2nd down. Rich. He finds his man. Complete. It's Leonard. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37. A gain there of 21 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Throwing on 1st down. Rich. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Throwing again. Rich. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On third down, Rich.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line. And with that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
On first and 10, Rich. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
They frustrated these receivers tonight, really held down the passing game, but there got the penalty.
Fine line between aggressive, good coverage, and interference, and they crossed it on that play.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On second down, they'll run it here. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on third down. Rich. Touchdown! From 6 yards away.
And the Wizards take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Swings this out for Hunt.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
At the 31-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Barnett. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
First down, Minnesota.
Here's a handoff to Hunt running left. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. They're going to look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Vikings' 31-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And his kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got his target, Harris. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Unnecessary run defense.
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They run right side with Hunt. He's got it to the 43 here.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been
nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long.
They'll look to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's...
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Wizards are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Vikings head out to take over once again. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now back to throw. It's brought in by Harris. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This is Coleman with a grab. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one a 1st down.
Gain of 7, and the Vikings 1st down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Barnett, and he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run with Hunt, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
He gets it complete to Harris. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on 3rd downs, and it's costing them.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On 1st down, Rich. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where the extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
And the ball situated at the 9. Second and goal.
Back to throw. Rich. And it's caught. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
A gain of 8 yards.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Off the play fake. Rich.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. But Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people and their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
A gain of 3, second down. A carry here for Hunt. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Back to throw here. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. That's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, start the bus, because they think this one is over.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now.
Oh, my goodness. Now that is going to be out of bounds on a free kick. And that's a big mistake. And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the... On second down now, it's Lucas. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backups some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he completes it to Hunt. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chicago offense set to get started.
And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
And it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to their hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was, let's put the pressure on the number 1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the number 1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game.
On 2nd down, it's Lucas. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage. They're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
It's a 13-yard pickup as the downs reset. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
On 1st down, Lucas stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 5. And off the option, he'll try and run with it.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 18 yards there, and it'll be 1st and goal.
So finally, at this stage of the game, he lets his legs carry him for a big-time first down. But I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold. And finally, the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield.
You're right. His longest run of the game waited until the 4th quarter, and maybe that lulled the defense to sleep a little bit. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Now 3rd and goal.
And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.